Hi, and welcome to another Affinity Photo tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to take the emboss effect and bump it up a little bit to create a little bit more realism and detail. So this is what we're going to be creating here, some embossed and some debossed text. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll get rid of what we have here. What I did is I already have the text made, both the emboss and the deboss text. So we'll start off with the embossed text. So what we want to do is we want to create a raised instance of this text off the background. So first what we need to do is sample the text so that we can pull it off the background. So we'll make our background hot and we'll command click on our text, and then we'll command C to copy it, command V to paste it, and then command D to deselect. And then let's just go ahead and hide our embossed text. So now we really can't see anything here, but it's there because if we turn off the background, we can see that it's right there. So now on this layer, we'll go to Layer Effects. And the very first thing we'll do is hit Bevel and Emboss and give it an emboss. And so the basic effect doesn't look too bad, but there's quite a few things that we can do to this to make it look a little more realistic and just more stylized. So first thing, let's go ahead and separate the radius and the depth here. We don't need that. Let's bring our radius up some. Let's bring it up to about 7. And then let's increase our depth quite a bit. Let's increase our depth up to about 30, let's go 35. That looks pretty good. And then we're going to get and soften it quite a bit. Let's soften it about, let's say, let's go with about 4 pixels there. And the reason why I'm looking around is my camera is in the way of my layer effects screen. Okay, so we got that part done. So next thing we want to do is we want to give it a little bit of a inner shadow, kind of bring up the lightness of it, because if it was raised, it would be catching more of the light. So come to inner shadow, turn that on. And we're going to change this from multiply to screen. Let's make our color white because again, it's catching highlights, not shadows. And then let's bring our radius up to about, let's say 20 or so. That's looking pretty good right there. Bring our offset up to about 10 pixels. And we're just going to bump up our intensity just a smidge here, like 1 there. Our color is white. That's not looking too bad. We're starting to bring that highlight here in the upper outer corner. And then the last thing we can do this is, since this surface is raised, the whole surface would be slightly brighter than the background. So let's come to inner glow. And let's change it from edge to center. And we're going to sample this color here because it wouldn't be white. So sample this center portion here where it's kind of bright. And let's bring the opacity down on that a little bit and bring the radius up to start brightening it a little bit. Go with about 9 pixels or so. And our intensity can stay right about there, maybe a little bit higher. And so there, now we've got a little bit more lightness on the letters as opposed to the background. So that's pretty good for our embossed effect. So let's go ahead and move that up here out of the way. And then let's turn on our deboss. Okay, so now you would think for deboss, all we really need to do is just invert everything. Well, first we need to sample the background. So let's make our background hot again. We'll command click on deboss, command C to copy it, command V to paste it, command D to deselect, and then we'll go ahead and turn off our text there. So let's take the layer effects that we did for the emboss and drop it on the deboss. So right now it looks identical to that. So you would think if we just come in here and invert it, that it would look good, but it really doesn't for a few different reasons. Number one, the text here should be depressed into the background, so it would be darker. And then the shadow would be a little deeper here. So let's make some changes here. On this one, let's come up to start off with the bevel and emboss. And we're going to bring our radius up a little bit more on that, make it a little bit wider. And we're going to drop our depth down, maybe to about 9-ish or so. And we're going to drop our softness down as well to about 2. Then we're going to come to our inner shadow. And this one, we're going to change the blend mode back to multiply. We're going to bring our opacity, leave it right where it's at right now. Let's bump up our radius to about 25. Let's bump up our offset as well a bit. And we're really not seeing anything here because the color is white. So let's change this color now, since it's supposed to be a shadow. Let's change it to black. And then we're going to bring our intensity up till we start getting that look that we like. Let's go with about 40 on that. And then let's get rid of the inner glow. We don't need that. But what we do need to do is make this background a little bit darker. So let's change over to a color overlay. Now that's way too dark. There's really nothing we need to do with this except for just drop the opacity some. So we'll leave the blend mode in normal, and we'll bring the opacity down to whatever looks right. Let's go with about 20% there or so. So now if we look at this as opposed to our emboss is raised. We've got those white highlights in the upper corner, considering that our lighting source is somewhere up above here. And we've got shadow on the outer lower corners. And on our deboss, we've got a nice inner shadow, soft inner shadow with highlights on the raised areas. And so, yeah, it's not a real difficult thing to do. It's just a nice way to bump up the basic effect and make it look a little bit more believable. Anyway, that was a simple one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button or think about subscribing to the channel. And until next time, peace. Talk to you later. Bye.